All right. Well, that was a pretty nice run today. Before I talk about the EM2, the other fixes on the engines, I sealed both ends of the liner on the ET1. It is holding the water in the hopper now. The other day it was so wet that I was getting arc around the spark plugs, which was visible through the clear here on the Enjomor. So I took all the boots and plugs out, all the boots and plugs, and I soaked all the boots in isopropyl alcohol and scrubbed them up, and cleaned them up, and I ran the plugs through sonic cleaner with isopropyl alcohol to get the crud off of them. And then I hit them with brake cleaner to finish getting what I could off of them. So that went really well. The Enjomor, we put a little sealant on the inside of the head there. That's holding as well. There's no leakage around the head gasket now. And then the EM1, I took and put super glued a piece of a pin from my sewing kit, actually. It's about an inch long, 2-3 centimeters, so that there's a nice long lever on the needle. And same thing for the EM2 here. Put a nice lever on the needle, and as we saw, that means I could adjust the fuel mix on the EM2 finely enough to finally get it to run for a while. And it ran for a solid hour and a half here. I did put some more fuel in it after it was running, so it was more than a tank that went through it. I have to quit for today because I got other things to do, but now that the EM2 is running, we'll have to time about how long it runs on a tank of fuel. But I am really excited. The EM2 is finally working after all the phooey that I had with it. Definitely should have put that arm on there first so I'd have a finer control over this needle. But I still needed to do some modification on the governor to keep it from hitting the side of the engine. And I'm pretty sure that even with the finer fuel adjustment, the EM2 just is not going to want to run very slowly because, as I've said before, the cam lobe here is not quite big enough because it doesn't keep the exhaust valve open for the entire stroke. So, but that's not a big deal. And I did not videotape starting the engines today because my neighbor Pete stopped by and we were chatting while I started the engines up. So I started those up and then he had to go and then I started recording. So didn't miss much time, but that's why I didn't show getting everything started. The Enjomor was a bit of a pain this morning, but I got it going eventually. Mostly it's because my fingers were all oily and I couldn't get a good flip on it. So, yeah, everything ran nicely today, and cleaning all the spark plugs and boots really helped.